1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test. Check. Check. Check 2, 1, 2. Back. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Guys. 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, second attempt here. Thank you so much for tuning in to already the 66th weekly close here live on stream. I'm the Coin Baron, and please guys strap in because we're getting to the end really of this 4-year cycle. Still have some weeks left, but we're getting to the end of it. And honestly, it has been a crazy week. As a quick recap, on Thursday we had an AMA with no one less than Mirko, the head of Cronos Labs. And initially I was thinking, not too much interesting there. But listening back to it, there are quite some golden nuggets in there. The Cronos team scaling up, additional marketing, and more partnerships in the pipeline. Maybe even bigger than Morpho. I think, guys, it is actually quite bullish for actual utility, really, of the CRO token. And because I think in the end, really, we can look a lot at charts. We can look a lot at TA. We can look a lot at rumors. But actual fundamentals, like where do you use the CRO token for? How much is it used? That is really what it's all about in the end. One CRO is one CRO. And the more people that want that one CRO, the higher the price will go in the end anyway. So just a little sidestep there. I would love to get some feedback though about the live stream, about the specifically the interview. So if you have any tips or any tricks or whatever, let me know. First though, I want to give a big shout out here to all the beautiful people on the chat. Today also Cliff gifted 20 subs here, guys. So thank you so much, Mr. Cliff. Strapping in for you, sir. Thank you so much, guys. If you're now a member, check your status right now. I think if you put in a little chat message, you will see a little bit of an icon. If you became a member, thanks to Cliff, say hello. I would say hello. And also make sure you check one of our latest members-only videos. It's still the price prediction video. It is still members only, but if this live stream gets 200 likes, we'll actually release the members-only price prediction to the public on Wednesday. So don't forget to hit the like button, pump your bags, and I will release that price prediction video on Wednesday. So smash the like. Indeed, John, welcome. So again, Cliff, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cliff. It's honestly crazy. How are you doing, Cliff? How are your bags? And anyone, how are your bags, like, guys? How are your bags? I was trembling. I was literally shaking. I was shaking, guys, because last was it Saturday? There was a big liquidation event, and I was losing it. I was completely losing it. Let me quickly give you a bit of a show here, what actually happened, and it kind of depends on what exchange you're trading. Well, for example, here on Coinbase, it was crazy. You can see the activity, right? Within only a few minutes, it went down to 7, or actually only 9 cents. But I was getting this close to a liquidation. This close. I was feeling quite happy because I always been quite risk averse. But still, I was almost losing 1 million CRO. Almost losing 1 million CRO. Because if we fell to about, I think, 5 cents, I would have lost it all. So guys, big life lesson here. Today I made it. Or yesterday I made it. I'm still here. But guys, make sure you check your own risk levels. Check your risk levels because it is still risky, guys. You can lose everything if you trade with leverage. So therefore, I hope you guys are still fine. The CRO price is also looking quite good. Well, quite good, respectively, relatively seen on what we have experienced last week. Yeah. So we're now at about 17 cents. Almost back before the Trump tariff news. I don't know if we will see a meeting between Xi Jinping and also Trump. I don't know. I hope so. I personally do believe that this whole tariff thing is again going to be a nothing burger. But we'll see. How are you guys feeling today? According to Apple, the crash is over. From here, we only go up. I wanna say one thing about that. Because I am potentially afraid of one final fall. And I want to show you not this chart. I want to show you this other CRO chart. I talked about this yesterday as well in the video. I talked about the 2021 overlay here. And do you see this overlay? We've been talking about this. There was on this overlay a potential for one more fall down. One more fall down. And exactly that happened, right? Exactly that happened. One final fall down in October. You can also see in October 2021 here, we had a very, very similar event. Or this was actually not October. This was September. One big wick to the downside. However, what is a potential outcome here, guys, is that we might go up again. You can see here, we go up a little bit. And then we have one final fall down event before we truly start. So, am I happy? So far, guys, it is following the pattern perfectly. It is following the pattern perfectly. So, we might get one final drawdown. Don't get shaken down. This isn't necessarily the bear market. It could be the bear market, guys. So, do your own research, but make sure you're always prepared for multiple outcomes. The pattern, though, is predicting one final drawdown. And I think that kind of makes sense because, guys, there were people that bought CRO at 7 cents. Those people are now already at more than a double, more than 100% gains. More than 100% gains. So some people might de-risk it. They might want to sell a bit and take some profit. And that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. So according to Apple, guys, it is only up from here, potentially. I do believe that the bull market is still going on. According to John, it's not the bear market. He's saying buy the dip. Did anyone buy the dip? Please, guys, let me know in the comments or in the chat now. Did anyone here buy the dip at like 7? What's the lowest price you bought Crow at? Like 7, 8, 9, 10? It was almost impossible to catch this. It happened in the blink of an eye. And I was watching this live. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So if you guys were sleeping or not really paying attention, this was really the most scary time in crypto. But we're back. Oh, boys. Jimmy, about 8 cents. Edgar, about 8 cents. Papi, also about 8 cents. That's so good, guys. Congratulations. That's honestly so good. Congratulations. Well played. GT got a little bit of Crow at about 11 cents. Didn't have too much in the account. Yeah, I think that's normal, GT. I think, again, nobody really expected this. I think nobody really expected this to happen. But I think it's a good lesson. Make sure you always have a little bit of money left. Liquid money. So you have some fiat money or some USDC left in the exchange or on the Crypto.com app account. So if the occasion occurs. And I think, guys, in the future, we'll see more of these flash crashes because the latest news, according to this, is that it's caused by a big manipulation by depegging USDE and also Binance Solana and I think also Binance Bitcoin. They got some wrapped assets and they got depegged on the platform, starting one big cascade. Only one big sell of 100 million. That was enough to liquidate 19 billion US dollars worth of long. So the actual positions were, of course, not as big. Typically, I think we're talking about, on average, 5x leverage. So we're talking probably about, let's say, $1 billion. $1 billion. Teddy bought about 9 cents. Really good, sir. Really good. John Rolenzo, good evening. Coin Baron, good evening to you, sir, as well. up for board at 4.8 cents. Yeah, before the actual crash. It's great though. Binance has announced that they are changing how they are using the valuations to prevent this happening again in the same way. So I've heard, Pete, from what I've heard, they but this is a bit technical, guys, but it's really interesting anyways. So how exchanges determine liquidations those are based on prices, right? So let's say your collateral is not worth as much as your loans. Well, then you get liquidated. However, how do you determine how much your collateral is worth? And the issue was that Binance was only looking at their own exchange. So instead of, trusting also the overall value really of other exchanges, they only were using their own spot market. And when that got affected, it started cascading down. They already were going to fix this, but it was going to be fixed on the 14th. So the attackers, I would say attackers or manipulators, they abused the short window to really take it all. I think they made about $200 million US. So this was the big short. The big short of crypto. I don't think we'll make a movie out of this, but this, guys, was honestly a crazy, crazy event. From what I've heard, Binance is a scam. I don't think they deliberately did this, but it's a big flaw. It's a big, big flaw. Cliff is saying, my strategy is no leverage trading, and I decided to take the slow road, and it's working out really well. I applaud you, Cliff. I applaud you. I was really losing it, guys. I don't know if any other people were like super stressed at the moment, but it was time to take a cold shower. And I think many people should have taken a cold shower because we're back again, guys. We're so back. So also Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance, it went crazy high. CRO Bitcoin also hit a new low. An all-time low. CRO Bitcoin hit an all-time low. But I do believe, guys, that this might have been the final event, really, to get altcoin season starting. It is almost like what we have seen in 2021 here. It's almost like in 2021. Everyone needs to talk today. It's so busy here. How many people are watching today? Welcome, guys. Make sure you're strapped in because it's a scary market now, isn't it? It's going down and it's going up again. I do believe that Binance or BNB is almost up again towards the previous all-time high. It's interesting days. I personally believe with now all the leverage out, with all the potential sellers out of the market, it's so much easier to pump the price. And I said this in yesterday's video. I do believe we can create a new all-time high. Even after yesterday's event. And people might say to me about Coin Baron, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. But you know what also was ridiculous? This crazy dump yesterday. No one expected, I think, this kind of dump. Like, crazy. So I think almost nobody will expect this crazy pump to appear, but I think it will happen once more. Crypto is a market where the impossible becomes possible, guys. And that's why we love crypto, right? I mean, the opportunities are here, and you need to grab them. You need to grab those opportunities. And also, you need to make sure when those opportunities come, you make advantage of them as well, because we will start dipping again. You can see, right, again, how quick the market reacts. It's in and out. It's in and out, guys. And the only way how you can grab those opportunities is by placing limit orders. Make your strategies now. Do it now today, guys. Again, think about your strategy. Execute it already today. If you want to sell, for example, 50% of your bag at 50 cents, I'm just saying something, right? No financial advice. Go to the exchange today and say, hey, sell CRO or Bitcoin or whatever at this exact price. If you guys don't know how an exchange works, I do have a video specifically about the Crypto.com exchange. And if you don't know the crypto.com exchange, I also do have a link in the description down below with also some referral bonuses. So check it out if you want. It's actually quite a good platform. And also, this is the best part. I'm going to talk about this in a minute as well. Crypto.com was one of the only platforms without major issues. I'm not saying there were no issues. People had issues buying some particular tokens at a very, very low price. For example, I heard the SUI token or the SAI token. Well, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but the majority of actions went absolutely fine during the big cascading effects. While Coinbase, not processing anything. Binance, not doing anything. Robinhood, having issues. Crypto.com, I don't know how they do it. I don't know. Maybe not as popular as those other platforms. Of course, that is a possibility. But I think they truly beefed up their infrastructure. And you might say, well, the app, it's expensive. It's quite expensive regarding fees. But if it works, it's the only one that actually does work. So I want to say that quickly here. And also, please, guys, also use a different exchange. Not only use crypto.com. If the event occurs and you have, for example, some CRO on DeFi, or you want to execute a buy, make sure you also have some different exchanges available, because I do know that crypto.com is not flawless. It was absolute insanity, Cliff. It was absolute insanity. Yeah, I do agree though, Johnny. CDC is number one. And Wall was saying that it's also going up again. Cronos went almost to about, what is it? 18 cents today. Let's go to the 5-minute chart for now, guys. Shall we? It's the typical Coin Baron pump event, right? We start the stream without any sound, and then oh yeah. Serious, bro. This market scared away half retail before booming. I don't know, Serious. I don't know. So my take here, and you might disagree, so please respond if you want to. The majority of people that really got affected by this were people trading perpetual, so leverage trading. Majority of retail only goes to the app and they buy or sell. Spot. They have spot Bitcoin, spot CRO, spot Ethereum. Basically nothing happened except for, some crazy notifications. That's at least my take. And I also want to remind you guys that Bitcoin was Bitcoin even affected at all? Bitcoin, it kept moving. Like, it's not doing that much, right? I mean, bit of a wick, but we're still quite fine, I would say. We'll go to the rainbow chart in a second. When Binance lists CRO, after yesterday, I don't know, Apple, if I want a Binance listing anymore. I don't know if I want a Binance listing anymore. I've seen someone, and I think Peter's also talking about this. As someone who has been in this market for quite a few years now, it's important that you have more than one exchange where you have an account, plus always have some cash store for crashes. Indeed. There was, I think, somebody that bought 1 million CRO at about 9 cents. He doubled it already. He doubled it. He made use of the situation. He grabbed the opportunity. Hey, Mr. S-Made. Is it possible that CRO will get to $2? We can take a look at the rainbow chart. Let's do that. Guys, don't forget to strap in. And also don't forget to hit that like button. If you get 200 likes on this video, I don't know how many we have so far, we'll do the price prediction video release on next Wednesday. So 200 likes, I'm asking for today. 71 viewers. Okay, not bad. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in today. It's a crazy market. I'm happy that we're still here, still alive, still strapped in. But today was actually quite a good day, isn't it? Plus 13%. And so far, plus 12%. Plus 12%. The markets are recovering. It's healing again. Leverage is out now. Long leverage is out now. So the greed is gone. The greed should be gone. Good. Devin bought a large sum at 12 cents. Really, really good, sir. I'm curious to see how the US market reacts tomorrow. I didn't notice, Bjorn, but tomorrow apparently is a bank holiday and therefore the markets will be down. I am curious, though, how the overall market is responding, like the Chinese market. I mean, we still have, of course, a lot of potentially bearish news regarding the tariffs. So what will the Chinese stock markets do? Japanese one, European stock markets. So no S&P 500 tomorrow, guys. So too bad, isn't it? Too bad. Oh yeah, the rainbow chart. Let's go take a look. The question was, is $2 possible? A lab tick is saying grow to $2. Let's take a quick peek here. A quick peek at CRO US dollar. Need to go to the daily chart quickly, or the weekly. So where we are now, I didn't expect this. But we are now probably going to close the week. We're going to close the week probably in the green zone. Ouch. Ouch. Didn't expect this, but we might get it close here in the green zone. That does mean, though, that it's still a great buying opportunity. This week I will make a new video also talking about the, how's it called again? Time to buy. If we today, we have about 4 more hours left before we close today. If we can actually climb up back to 18.8 cents, we have a perfect bounce within still the blue zone. I'm not entirely sure if we can still go up 1 more cent, but maybe we have one final Sunday pump. Potentially. So after a 10% one-day gain like today, what do you expect? Tomorrow, drop? Yeah, so I'm still very cautious. I'm still quite cautious because we have this other chart we talked about. Because, oh no, not this one. What we have learned in 2021 is that we can have one final dip after a climb. You can see, right? It went up again. You can see it climbed also in 2021, and then we fell down. And that could be as rough as minus 15%. So could we go down to 14 cents? I think we can. And that's still not necessarily bearish. Because we kept climbing later in the cycle. I want to remind you guys, though, that I do think we need to see some more strength soon for Bitcoin at least, and also for Ethereum, because we're getting to the end of the cycle. Now. How many days, according here to the 4-year cycle chart? This, by the way, is also incredibly bullish, guys. This almost 4-year long trend line here. I think on the weekly it's more clear. It's holding on strong. It's holding strong so far. Holding very strong so far. Anyways, how many days are left? Not too many. Not too many. So according here to this chart, how many more days? 4 more days? Interesting, 4 more days. But of course, guys, it's always an approximation. So it can be, of course, 2 weeks later, or maybe even 4 weeks later, or can also be 4 weeks early. So really interesting, guys. We're getting to the end, really, of this Bitcoin bull run. But I don't think we're there yet. Guys, can we please ban the people talking about FOMO? I think we see a lot of people here now. It's certainly a bot. Have a good lunch, Cliff. Have a good lunch. Hey, Amanda. I'm new. What should I do? I have CRO and a small Bitcoin. No way, Cliff. No way, Cliff. No way. Ladies and gentlemen, Cliff just gifted 20 subs here. 20 subs. Oh my god. Oh, thank you so much, Cliff. I don't know what to say. One more thing, Cliff, before you go. Did you actually get all these suspenders? Thank you so much, Cliff. Guys, if you check the chat, we got so many new members here. Bobon, I see it's crashing my screen literally. Pete finally got a subscription also. I see Vikis, I see Woes, I see Jamie, I see Nando, Alex, Roland, Keith, Einfach, Victor, Nigel, Jamie, Hank as well, and White Nose. Guys, welcome to the community. You can now also check all early access for videos, so make sure you join also all community on Discord. Contentville. I want to ask you one question. I want to ask you one question. On what chain is it available? On what chain can you buy this token? Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing Eve. Guys, one thing here. Let's get very serious here. You join a channel that never really talks about the Ethereum chain. So I wanna say one thing. If you guys port over, like bridge over to Cronos, create this exact token, I might want to talk about it. But as long as you're not available on the Cronos chain or on crypto.com or on the crypto.com exchange, I'm not going to talk about it. So unfortunately, I think you're rating the wrong channel here. So guys, port over to Cronos and we got a deal. We got a deal. Let him cook. I think, guys, like, again, I don't mind. If you want to move over to Cronos, I can also teach you how. We've got a crazy chain, good DEX as well, and also great liquidity thanks to crypto.com. So it's actually quite good. And we recently had like an interview also. We had an interview with the head of Cronos Labs, and they are doing some crazy stuff really regarding the builder program. If you're a new project, you can get up to $2,000 monthly as a single builder. But if you are a bigger project, a proven project, I think the builder grants go up to $500,000 and potential integration within the crypto.com app. It's honestly mind-blowing. It's going to grow so crazy. Going to grow so crazy. Let him cook. Private is saying CRO all-time high on October 26th would have to go up about 35% every day to get to $1 in 14 days. That happened before, right, Private? I think it happened before. Let me go back to the CRO chart again. Let me go back to the CRO chart. How long did it take really to go up that crazy high? So where we are now, it's this exact same price, right? We are about here. How long did it take to go up? How long did it take? 7 weeks. 7 weeks. That sounds okay. That sounds definitely within the normal bull market. So 7 weeks, is that December? Yeah, then we're talking about, let's say, the end of December. Of course, the question is also, are you taking... You can also say it's starting from about here. Then it's only 4 weeks. So Depends on where you're looking from. I think it's definitely possible because also don't forget, guys. Whoa. We cleared a lot of hard points already on the chart. Basically, when we had the first leap up towards 40 cents, we created a lot of different support and resistance levels for the first time already. So I think now the second time we head up past 40 cents, I think it will be even easier. John, Cliff is a blessing. I don't know why I deserve Cliff here even. Guys, CRO is almost getting towards 18 cents. I want to see a weekly close at about 18.8 to see a close within the blue band of the rainbow chart. That would be crazy. I got a birthday on October 26th. That would be crazy, a crazy birthday gift, wouldn't it? Oh, Audi, welcome. Who placed the buy? I've seen quite a few people talk about a buy at those levels. It was quite good. People in this exact room now, they had a crazy good opportunity and they took it. They were strapped in. We got that $1 billion buy that Trump media still has to buy. When it happens, it will be crazy. I actually want to talk a bit more about this, guys. I think John is talking about something very important here. John is talking about the Trump media CRO strategy group. And he mentioned, right, that we still are waiting for a $1 billion buy. The important thing here is that all these buys, we also got the $420 million cash buy. We got the $5 billion loan available for the CRO strategy company. All those crazy good things for CRO will only come after the SEC has approved the new business combination, because this new company, this treasury company for CRO, is a combination of Trump Media, Crypto.com, and also the Yorkville company. So whenever the SEC is going to say, well, it's okay, you can actually do this, then we can start doing the crazy buys, using the warrants, using the loan. Until that time, it's still going to be very silent on the front of the treasury company. And the sad thing, guys, the very sad thing about this fact here is that the SEC is currently on shutdown mode. Nothing is happening on that front. No approvals for ETFs. And also, we're still waiting for we got now 3 pending ETFs with CRO. And we also got the pending treasury company, all now waiting for SEC approval. It's such a shame, because that can be a crazy demand driver for the CRO token that could potentially lift up the CRO price as well. We need a weekly closure for Bitcoin at about 118 to stay in the bull ride. I don't think so. Why necessarily 118, Audi? Why necessarily 118? What I'm looking at myself is, I would say, the 50-week. The 50-week simple moving average. The 50-week is historically where we see bounces. And if you don't see a bounce, it is the end of a bull market. You can see that we have been trading above the 50-week for a long time. Since April of 2023, that was basically the end of the bear market. We've been trading above the 50-week. The 50-week currently is at about $101,000 for Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin falls down below this, below $100,000, and also closes there, so not a quick wick, but an actual close, I will call this a bear market. For now, we're still in a bullish uptrend. Johnny, I wish we go to November 2021 highs. I wish we go a lot higher. I wouldn't be in this space if I didn't believe in a new all-time high. Notice the birthday is on a Sunday. Will you be in the chat that day? You have to, of course. John R saying the shutdown though is a gift. Gives us time to accumulate prior to the pump. That's true as well. One final opportunity to get some cheap CRO. One final opportunity to load in. So guys, I hope you're strapped in now. You actually took the advantage of the opportunity here. The question here by Amit. Do you have any more plans for more interviews with the Cronos team? Not at this exact moment. I have so many more questions for the team, honestly. The interview was too short. But yeah, that's a shame. I have a lot more questions. I think, according to Mirko, he's apparently a fanboy of the channel, so I hope we can have a chat soon. One good thing about this, though, guys, I don't know if you've heard this, but in November, so in about 3 more weeks, a new head of ecosystem will join the Cronos team, and he will be building relationships. And I also hope they will be trying to maybe do some more community spaces, have some more, I don't know, maybe also interviews or any more public forums, more AMAs, more activity. I do hope when he actually joins the team, and also will have some time to accumulate, of course, or to not accumulate, to accommodate to his new working situation. But he's, I think, also living in Europe somewhere. So I, of course, also live in Europe. So I hope we actually get some good time zone differences so we can actually have some talks and maybe also do an interview. I think that would be quite an interesting opportunity there. I will try to actually get some context there. It's a good one. John R, welcome. Are the FOMO guys still in here? I always find it so funny. People try to shill that token. They at least are putting in the work. They're putting in the work. Gotta respect the hustle, guys. I gotta respect the hustle. Also, I gotta respect the hustle for the Wolfies. I of course I'm sponsored by the guys from WolfSwap and also by Obsidian. But honestly, if anyone that listened to my little sponsored section and actually bought into the Wolfies, they're almost now on a 5x. Almost on a 5x regarding that initial investment. Of course, though, the CRO price went down a bit, but in CRO value, because one CRO is always one CRO. Why do we talk about about fiat values anyway? They're now actually in a good gain. Mirko follows Coin Baron Folks. Mirko knows who the CRO market makers are. He knows a lot. Insider trading here. No, guys, no insider trading, no financial advice here. I do believe, though. I got belief, conviction. Private is asking, will you be making a video with Oscar Black Sea and Crypto Report soon? I think that would be a good idea. That would be a good idea. I think that would be a good idea. I will try to reach out to Oscar again. Ahmed is saying, I still think that Chris has some surprise for us to come. He's just waiting for the right moment in the market. I think so too. I think so too. We still have some confirmed stuff to come, of course. We got the stablecoin. We have the ETFs. There are a lot of potential narratives or potential catalysts ready to come to help the CRO price propel forward, like what we have seen in 2021. So it can happen. It can happen for sure. $0.175 now for CRO. It's moving up. Also, what I like to see, guys, is that Ethereum did a crazy thing. It went back to the 21-week simple moving average. The 21-week is typically short-term support or resistance. Let me quickly show it to you here. Well, ETH/USD here. ETH/USD on the daily. I should say weekly. You can see right that Ethereum here moved into this exact line very shortly, but it went there. It went back to the 21-week. And sometimes we do have a nice bounce here at the 21-week simple moving average. And I think now, again, Ethereum is slowly trying to make, I think, our attempt at creating a new all-time high. And that's what we do need. We do need to set a new all-time high for Ethereum specifically. And guys, I was getting very bullish. I was getting very bullish this week so far, because we were eyeing a breakout here. But again, it's only a wick, and wicks don't count. That's why this weekly close is so important. That's why we have this live stream on a weekly basis. Every Sunday, 9 p.m. Amsterdam time. So, a little bit of alpha here. No breakout yet, but we're getting very close to it. You can only test this trend line so often before we have an actual breakout, I do believe. Do you think Binance is scared of CRO? I don't know if scared is the right answer. How would you be scared of a token? Yeah, so Peter's talking about the Binance listing of CRO. I made indeed a video. You can check it out. Binance listing CRO, I think you will find it on the channel. I think it's very unlikely. And I don't think it's really a big issue. I do believe we might see a big listing. I do believe we will see a Robinhood listing later this year. Or maybe beginning of next year. Let me show it to you quickly. Because if you go to Google, and I know it's not the best, not necessarily the best reason, but if you go to Google and you type in CRO Robinhood, you can actually find here the Robinhood page for Cronos, CRO Cronos. So we're not talking about any random Cronos stock, because there are many Cronos stocks worldwide. But it goes to a 404 page. In the background, they're tracking a CRO price. And why would you track the CRO price if you have no intention on listing it? I think also Robinhood is waiting for renewed interest, because they can make a lot of money with fees for the CRO token. And guys, Robinhood is a big app. If retail comes back, they might do so on Robinhood. So I think no Binance, but I think Robinhood is a good opportunity here for specifically CRO. But of course, it's not necessarily guaranteed here. Nothing I say here is guaranteed. We do a lot of speculation, guys, and that's always risky. But sometimes in those speculation, you can find some truth. So always do your own research. And sometimes you find some golden nuggets. Bjorn is saying, Chris will give us the news when we are having a break on the way up. We might get that, so. Good job. Good evening, Coin Baron. Nice job of Netherlands versus Finland. I think the Netherlands is going to the World Cup, so not too bad, not too bad. It was good to see you this week in a few spaces. Would love to see you pop in more. Have a good week. Let's go into October. I've talked about this many times, guys, but I hate X really. X is a terrible platform regarding reliability and also regarding quality. But hey, I'm glad actually that you liked it, sir. Whoa, Devin! Thank you so much for the gift here. But why stay away from Robinhood? What happened there? What's your issue with Robinhood specifically? JP Fitch released a price prediction video. We talked about this in the beginning, JP. So welcome. If we hit 200 likes on this live stream, and not just now, but also when the live stream is live and we actually have, people coming back to the video. We typically on a normal video get about 200 likes, so I think it's definitely doable. But if you get 200 likes, I will release the video on this next Wednesday. From members only to public, so if you get 200 likes, well, you know what you have to do. You know what you have to do. Coin Baron, if you look at the CRO chart on the daily, there is a good-looking descending channel. It's certainly low enough now to want to break the upside from here. Let me take a quick peek then. Let me take a quick peek. A good descending channel, you say? I always like a good-looking descending channel. How you guys like? How are you guys? Don't forget to strap in, hit the like. Godfather, welcome. Philip, good to see you. Again, Amanda as well. And John. Sorry. Yeah, Cronos. Varies, thank you so much. Thank you so much for strapping in, sir. That's really appreciated. Guys, Varies is one of the oldest viewers, really. Been supporting us since the beginning, so please strap in here for Mr. Varies. Also, by the way, guys, if you become a member, you can join our exclusive channel on the Discord. But also, if you don't, you don't want to become a member, you can also join the Discord itself for the public channel. So make sure you join. There's been a lot of activity recently, and we can also help each other during the, well, very painful moments. Very, very painful moments here. Varys, thank you so much. Strap in, guys. Strap in. So, according to Mr. Eat, there is a nice descending channel. Looking quite good so far. You take a look at the daily closes. Looking quite good. So maybe if we see a good escape here, we might be able to break out now. And for anyone wondering why do we expect to break out? Well, typically, guys, we continue in a channel, but at some point, we don't expect to break down, but we expect to break out. A descending channel is typically a bullish structure, but we are waiting for different indicators typically. We're talking about the relative strength index. And the relative strength index is now showing, for the first time yesterday at least, it's showing oversoldness. If it goes below this dotted line here, it means too many people have been selling their CRO. Too many people have been selling their CRO. And you can also see directly that we now are bouncing back up. Typically, we don't go into the oversold territory for too long. You can see here a little dip, dips the toes, and it goes up. Sometimes we do have a bit of a longer dip, but typically it's very short-lived. Here also dip and out. Somewhat longer. Dip and out, dip and out, dip and out. It's really, guys, often an opportunity whenever the RSI dips into the oversold territory. And you can see, right, the reaction was very, very good so far. From the lows, we're now up about 20%. That's why we're strapping in here for these opportunities. Yeah, the RSI is saying oversold. What's the MACD saying? MACD is saying it's looking good also. Like, it's very close to the neutral zone. Also on the weekly, we're now getting back to the neutral zone. And what I personally do expect is also the MACD to again go to the upside once more. Or maybe even bigger. Maybe even bigger. Maybe a small short red period, because we talked about the potential outcome of CRO going down one more time. Guys, be prepared for this potential outcome, where we do see that Cronos follows 2021. And for the next week, we might see a dip. Happened before, can happen again. One more week of red could happen. And people will say, well, I told you so. It's been a bear trap. And I will still move higher. Devin didn't like Robinhood at all, based on the AMC and GME days. They blocked trades. They also did the same thing the other day when the crypto crash happened. Terrible, terrible app to use. I agree. And on that front, guys, you are better off using crypto.com. Robinhood is literally the opposite of their name. Stealing from the poor to actually give to the rich. Hey, Giovanni. Buy the dip, sir. Buy the dip indeed. Oh, no. We're back. No, camera. No. So well said today, Mr. Camera. Ay. Please, guys, do not chill your token here. If you're not listed on the Cronos chain, I don't want you. By the way, thanks for all the people that donated to the Fix the Cam fund. It is not necessarily a cam problem. It's actually a motherboard problem. I'm going to fix it because what basically happens, the motherboard is losing power, or the USB on the motherboard is losing power, and therefore the USB connected to the camera is also losing power. So I think I need to do like a BIOS update or anything like that. I've been very lazy the last few days. I've been busy as well. Let's say that as well. But yeah, I'm going to fix it. I know now how to fix it at least, so we should be fine soon. We should be fine soon. Yeah, 45 minutes. I mean, we had the audio issue earlier, so I think we had already all fair share of issues. Ay. How's life, Godfather? How's life? Philip is saying, what about the plan to establish a stablecoin by Crypto.com? Could in the end the Cronos chain become a stablecoin? No. I think CRO can go to $1, but I don't think that Cronos itself will become a stablecoin. That would be a brilliant plan though, isn't it? No, but that wouldn't make no sense, Philip, because we have actually a hard limit now on the CRO token. The CRO token has a max supply of 100 billion. And if you take a look, for example, let's go to CoinMarketCap. If you become a very successful stablecoin, like for example Tether has a market cap of already 179 billion. No, not billion. Wait. Yeah, billion, isn't it? Yeah. 179 billion US dollars. And also USDC by Circle also has a market cap of 75. So in the end, you also want the option to scale. You want to scale if stablecoins become bigger and bigger and bigger. So the CRO token has a max cap of 100 billion tokens. So that's not scalable enough. Edgar, welcome. Solid Snake, hi Coin Baron. I cancelled my Netflix subscription. Instead, I prefer being subscribed to your channel. Sir, that's so kind of you. That's so kind of you. We are now at episode 66 of the weekly close, so it's better than watching 7 seasons of The Walking Dead, I guess. Ay. I think Amanda had a question. What's the question again? Sorry, guys. Chat is going quite quick, so it's hard to catch up. Amanda is looking to baskets. I think baskets are quite a good option as well, because baskets do make sure you're diversified. But I am not very diversified at all. That's a personal choice, though. I think at this moment in the market, I think we here have discovered a token that has crazy upside, potential. You can see here on the CRO Bitcoin chart that I think will go a lot higher. CRO Bitcoin has the potential to go a lot higher. So instead of going into Bitcoin, I think, okay, Bitcoin would have protected my net worth a lot better last week. But like, if we still are going to play out as I expected to play out, I think CRO has a better upside than Bitcoin. I do believe so. CRO and Knife made the faster recovery. I think the Moon token also did quite well. What's the price at now, GP? What's the market cap like? 15 mil? Godfather bought the dip at 6 cents? Whoa. Had a long forgotten limit order. That's isn't that perfect? Isn't that perfect, Mr. Godfather? Crazy good opportunity there. Well played, sir. Well played. Well played. Justin, welcome as well, if I didn't say that before. MCGA is listed also in Cronos. We're still waiting there, guys, for the official MCGA company to be approved by the SEC, but it is coming. It is coming, guys. I'm quite sure. There's no reason, I believe, there's no reason for the SEC to not approve the MCGA company. John is diversified. We got Crow, Jasmine, Zibzen, ZBCN, I don't know that one. And some Pepe. Casper also did some recovery. Welcome, Mr. Slim. I own 0 Casper, unfortunately, so I have no clue. Bitcoin is recovering nicely, guys. We see also Cronos is still, I would say, having a good recovery so far. We are going to close the week, though, unfortunately, still in the green zone. Or, well, if you want to buy, it's, I think, a good opportunity to actually buy back in. Because typically, if we go into the green, we don't stay into the green very long. Thank you so much, Bjorn. The cam and mic fund. I hope now the cam sounds perfect. Not the cam, the mic. ZBCN is Zebak. Sounds like Quebec. Thank you so much, Bjorn. Are you still fine as well? Your portfolio not hurt? No leverage trading? I have to give a quick thanks, guys, to the how do you say that? To all team, I would say. We have a very good team in the chat. It's always Bjorn is there. I see Peter's there. We have John. I am trying to fix this quickly. Give me one sec, guys. So thank you so much, guys, for always being here. I really, really appreciate that. I do. And Mr. Bjorn, as a thank you, you will have some additional powers now. So use those very responsibly. You are now officially a moderator to the team, so welcome. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to, but, well, you have a nice badge now to your name as well. So welcome to the team. How did you make your Cronos screen in the back? It's actually, I didn't make it myself, Luke. I didn't make it myself. It was a gift by the Assetwatch team. But the cool thing, I don't know if you can read it. I don't know if you can read it here, but it says fortune favors the brave. Fortune favors the brave. That's by the FFTB token. There's a link in the description in the YouTube video. So far, the 5 EMA is now acting as resistance on the daily. Hopefully, we might bust through it, though. I hope so, too. I hope so, too. Coin Baron, which meme coins do you hold? I hold the push token, and I hold the moon token. That's what I have, basically. You can also find that in my recent portfolio up video. But yeah, I might need to update it. I might need to do a little bit of an update. Guys, it's been an hour now. I know we had some audio issues, so let's quickly go through the screen again. So expectations so far, guys. Again, in the short term, we might see some more continuation to the downside. If we are going to mimic 2021, we might see some continued downside pressure. Not necessarily though, but I think like there is a case we made that we might go down a bit more. There is a case we made, and it might be as rough as about minus 20%. So where we came from, basically, we might go back all the way there again. So painful, yes. Sometimes, though, it's necessary to have one final drawdown. But again, it's not a given, as we also did clearly not follow this whole pattern before. But sometimes we do. So I think the overall trend is interesting to watch. Bitcoin specifically, it's bouncing perfectly as well. So far, Bitcoin is now trading at about almost 115. Like nothing happened. Like literally nothing happened, guys. It's just, back in the range again. We've been here about a week ago. We were trading at about 115 a week ago before we went into October. So I think October is still very potentially there. Ethereum has the perfect setup now to go towards a new all-time high. I think it can happen within only a few weeks, guys. So make sure you're strapped in because the Ethereum rocket is going to launch, I think, in the upcoming days. And with that also, we might see additional bullishness for Bitcoin dominance for potential altcoin season here. But of course, guys, nothing in this video is financial advice. Nothing. My chat is broken. Thanks to all the crazy gift subs here. Thank you so much, guys, for being here today. It's honestly a pleasure that you guys have been here during the during all the hard times and also during the good times. So thank you so much. On that note, though, okay, there we go. Corporate knife is the way. Any news about the stablecoin? Nothing, sir. Nothing. Thank you, Bjorn. Thank you, Bjorn. Guys, have a great night. Have a great week. Make sure you check the weekly close. Tomorrow, new video. Tuesday, new video. And also, how many likes? Okay, guys, so far we've got 79 likes. If in the next few days we will see 200 likes, we will go publish the actual video for the price prediction. So stay tuned. I will check the likes in the upcoming days. So make sure you hit the like button, strap in, and talk to you later. Bye.